In today's video, we are going to test the maximum speed of aircrafts by dropping them from the edge of Earth. First, we'll start off with the Cessna Skyhawk. Let's depart from Mumbai airport and let's start. Here we are at Mumbai's Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport, and this airport is the world's busiest single runway airport. Let's enter slew mode and take this plane to its maximum height. So like this airport has two runways, but because of the fact that they intersect each other, only one is operational at a time. So that's the reason it is known as a single runway airport. Here we are at the edge of Earth, and now I'll exit slew mode and let it fall. The speed is not showing right now because we are currently too high, but once we gain control of this plane, currently I have no control of this plane, but once we gain control of this plane, we'll increase the speed and also see what's the highest speed it can reach. We have finally gained control over this plane. Let's put the throttle to max and start dipping the nose of the plane. I can't still dip the nose of the plane, but I've increased the throttle and I'm trying to dip it to increase its speed. It's doing everything but not going down. Don't know why. So the nose has finally dipped, and we are trying to go as fast as possible currently. So I don't think the speed is going more than this. The speed has started to decrease slowly, and this is the maximum speed of the Cessna 172. You may be thinking that this is less, but it is good for a Cessna because you can imagine that its takeoff speed is of 55 knots, so this is pretty good for it. Let's move on to the next one. Next we'll move on to a bigger plane because I don't see scope in other small planes. We'll go to the Airbus A320neo, and this time we'll fly from London. It doesn't make difference, but it's a bit cool. Let's also change the livery to British Airways. Let's fly. Here we are at London Heathrow with the A320neo, which has the British Airways livery. If I'm not wrong, London has 8 airports to itself. First, before entering the slew mode, let's put the flaps to 0 and let's disarm the speed brakes, or else it would decrease the speed. And now let's enter slew mode and take it to its peak. Here we are at the maximum height possible, and let's release the plane.
Overspeed.
Whoa! Can you see that? Mach 1.03 at the beginning. How's that even possible? This speed has great. This plane has great speed, man. Now let's dip the nose, and I have way much control on this plane than the Cessna. Let's increase the throttle to max and dip the nose of the plane. Mach 2! This is crazy! This plane is pretty fast than the Cessna, but if we compare the takeoff speeds, it's only 3 times more. This is too good. We still have a long way to go. I think it will make it to 3. We have Mach 2.5 starting to turn a bit. The overspeed alarm is sounding obviously, and we are Mach 3, nearly Mach 3. Wow, let's see if we can beat Mach 0.35.
overspeed, overspeed, overspeed.
Here we are, Mach
Overspeed.
135.
Overspeed, 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 overspeed.
Mach 3.68 and the speed has started to reduce. I guess we'll have to start pulling the plane to avoid a crash. Let's deploy the flaps for pull. Whoa, look at the wing bend. How much the wing is bending. Guess it would have broken. Yeah, we'll not crash. But Mach 3.68 is crazy. Guess we are in London right now, or some part of UK probably. Good job A320. It was too much than my expectations. Like I was expecting Mach 1 or something, or not even that, but Mach 3.68. It was too good. Good boy. Let's move on to the next one. Next on our list is the A330neo. I wanted to try the A310, but it gets out of control pretty easily. So we'll go for this one. And this time we'll select Qatar Airways. And let's spawn ourselves at Doha. Here we are in Qatar in the A330-900neo. And now let's enter slew mode. Here we are at the top, and now let's release slew mode. Wait, I can see this landing case, and these are not retracting, neither are the flaps. These will impact the speed pretty much. What should I do now? I have a plan. So my plan is that I'll take this aircraft to a certain height, let's say 10,000 feet, and then I'll retract the landing gears as well as the flaps, and then we'll take it to the top. Here is 10,000. Let's exit slew mode and go into the cockpit. First let's retract the landing gears, the flaps and the speed brakes. Now let's wait for the landing gears to get retracted, and let's go to the top. So yeah, we have released the plane, and the speed initially is not being displayed, but I hope this beats the A320. The speed has started to increase rapidly right now, but the altitude is decreasing quite fast. We have crossed 300 knots and now 400, 500, and 577 was the highest. What? It didn't even make it to Mach 1? What's happening? How is this possible? The A330 doesn't have enough power to beat the maximum speed of the A320. Shame on you, A330. Now let's move on to the next one. Next on our list is the 747. We'll depart from Delhi. Let's fly. Here we are at Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport in the Queen of the Skies, the 747. Time to go up. First, let's retract the flaps. We'll have to move aside and flaps to 0. Let's wait for the flaps to get retracted. Flaps to 0 degrees. Now we can move up. Time to release this plane. Yeah, this plane went pretty far, and the initial start is of 40 knots. I'll increase the throttle to max and let's dip the nose. So the speed has started to increase rapidly. There goes 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000, and let's see how much this goes. So now it started to decrease. The highest was 1769 knots, which is approximately Mach 2.65. Now let's pull on to this plane so that we don't crash down. I didn't expect such a low result from such a massive planes. Like, what is happening? Such massive planes can't even beat the record of the A320. But yeah, it was closer. Like the A3, not even close, but it scored more than the A330. Nice one, but not nice. Let's move on to the next one. Next on our list is the Boeing F-18 Super Hornet. We'll depart this time from USA, New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. Here it is, set as departure, fly. Here we are in the F-18 Super Hornet in New York. Now first let's retract the flaps and let's take it to the top. Here we are at the top, and it's obvious that it will break the A320's record, but the thing to see is that by how much will it break it. So now let's release it, and the initial speed is same as the A320, which is Mach 1.03. Now let's increase the throttle to max and see what is its maximum speed. There goes Mach 2, and the plane is falling pretty fast, but the speed is not increasing. The altitude meter is not working currently, and the plane is getting out of control, but nothing to worry, I'll get it back to track. So now the speed has started to increase rapidly. Mach 3, Mach 3.5, and there goes the A320's record. It has broken it, and let's see till where does this thing go. Mach 4, Mach 4.03 was the highest, and it has started to fumble. Let's increase the flaps and pull this thing up. So yeah, Mach 4.03 was the highest, but I'm happy some plane broke the record of the A320. And let's pull this up. Look at the vapors forming over there. And now I'll try to go through the sound barrier because it looks very good. Just at Mach 1. And there goes Mach 1, and you can see the sound barrier break. Wow, that was a pretty cool view. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also leave a comment suggesting ideas for future challenges. Thanks for watching.